these are the cases which have been shown here. The left case we just discussed. For example, suppose the right case, the C case. So a new node is inserted under X, let's suppose. W is T3, assume T3 is W. So this insertion basically, the X is the right child of Y, which is the right child of Z. So it is right rotation. So one left rotation would fix this, will fix the height of the tree, and it will make the height of the tree same as before insertion. For example, here if this we have to perform a left rotation, so it means that Y will take place of Z, X will take place of Y, okay, and then this T1, T2, T1 is the left child of Z. It will remain the left child of Z, but T2 is the right child of Z now, which was first left child of Y, okay, and then T3 and T4 remain the same for X, left and right child. So in this case, the BST property is also not violated, and the AVL property is also not violated. So these are a few examples. I hope you would go through them and understand. We go towards the code. So I have already written this code so that we only need to discuss the implementation. One thing is that since for every node we have to compute the height, so we include this height as an integer inside of the node, so that every node has data value of height beside the key value, okay. So in this AVL tree we have a node root, and then we have a function height which returns us the height of a node. We pass a reference of the node, and this method returns us the height of this node. So if this node, that the reference we are passing for a node is null, then return 0, otherwise return n.height, because height is now the data member or class data of this node class. So every node would have a height, okay. And then so whenever a node is created, new node, then this key is initialized with the value that you pass, and height is initialized with 1. So every node, when it is created, its height is 1. So so then after this height function, we have another utility function which is max. So it returns, we pass it two integers a and b, and it returns us a if it is greater than b, otherwise it returns b. So it returns us basically whichever of a or b is greater or maximum. Then there are rotations. So the right rotation case. So if you see here, the right rotation case, which is the left case, because in case of left imbalance we need a right rotation, okay. So okay, let me fix this as it was earlier. Here, let's suppose this was the case. Now we need a right rotation. So if you see, what we are doing basically in a right rotation is that we the node Z becomes the unbalanced node is Z. So this node becomes the right child of its left child. You see, the right child of this Z was Y. So now this Z becomes the left child of this Z was Y. So this Y, so this Z becomes the right child of its left child. Z becomes the right child of its left child, which was Y, okay. And also this X, which is the grandchild of Z, it becomes the left child of Y, okay. So let's try to comprehend this from code. So the node Y we have passed, this is the node where the unbalance has occurred, Okay, I'll just give me a second. So in this case, for example, consider here uh, T1 or T2, the insertion of these trees made the unbalance, created the unbalance at Z. So we have to, if we have to perform a right rotation on Z and Y and T3, okay. So for that we would, what we would do, what basically needs to be done is Y becomes the root, Z comes to the right of Y, and the right of Y, which was T3, it becomes the left of Z. Okay, so in that case uh, the height of the tree becomes balanced again as it was before the insertion of this T1 and T2. So to perform this rotation, the same concept is implemented here, that we pass the node. For example, in this case we would pass, in if to correct the balance at Z, we would pass Z here. So this Y is basically Z, and X is Y dot left, for example the left of Z, which is Y, so X is Y, and T2 is X dot right, so the right of Y, which is T3 here, so it becomes T2 here, and then X dot right is equal to Y, so we make the right of X is equal to Y, and then we make left of Y is equal to T2, so the left of Y becomes, because here let's change these names so that it becomes less confusing. So we pass node Z, and node Y is the left of Z, and then node T3 is the right of Y. Okay, so we basically, what we do is we make the right of Y as Z, and we make the left of Z as T3 and we update the height of both these Z and Y. Okay, so now this complies with this phenomena, that we pass Z and we take the left of Z and we take the right of the left of Z, which is T3 in this case, and we perform rotation by we point Z through the right of Y. We point Z here through the right of Y, and the Z, the left of Z is becomes T3, so this T3 becomes the left of Z, and then we adjust the height of both. Okay, the height of Z is updated, it is the maximum of the height of left of Z and the height of right of Z plus 1. Similarly, the height of Y is the maximum of height of left of Y and height of right of Y plus 1, and then we return Y, which is the new root after performing rotation. So in the same way the left rotation is performed, and this is a get balance factor method which returns the balance factor of a node. We pass a node and it returns us the height of the left of this node n minus height of right of this node n. So insert function, it is updated a little bit from the BST insertion is in such a way that if the node is null, if this AVL tree is empty, you just insert this new node and return it. It becomes the root of the new node, and then if it is not null, the root is not null, then you compare with the key of the node, and you keep going to left if it is less than if it is less than the key, then you call this method recursively and pass it the left of the node, so it keeps going on to the left. We have discussed this recursion phenomena earlier. Else, if the key is greater than node dot key, then keep on going to the right and insert, and else return node. So whenever it comes to a null pointer, it comes to an appropriate leaf node, it returns to the appropriate according to recursion. The return addresses from the stack are retrieved and it returns appropriately. After it returns, what we do is the node would be basically the node of the because once the new value or new node has been inserted, this the method will return to this recursive call of insert, and node would be pointing to the parent of the newly inserted node. Okay, so we update its height by node dot height is equal to maximum of its left subtree's height and its right subtree's height plus 1. So in this way we update the height of this node, and then we get the balance of this node. So the get balance method will return the balance factor of this node, and then we check which of the 4 cases occur. If the balance is greater than 1, it means that the insertion has been on the left side of this node. Okay, and now even if the insertion is on the left side of this node, there can be 2 cases, left and or left right, which we confirm by this condition, that if the newly inserted key was less than the left key of this node, that is the if the key of the new node is less than the key of the left child of this node, it means it must have been inserted on the left side of its left child. So the new node has been inserted as node dot left. So this is a left insertion, and it made the balance greater than 1. So we call the right rotate node and return. Now this is basically the key to understand here, that the right node the right rotate method will perform the right rotation as we discussed earlier. It will call the right rotate method, and then this return will make this method return to the recursive call of insert method above, which would be the parent of this node now. So the parent of this node here, the if condition has been completed, so it will come to this node dot height again. So but now this node is pointing to the parent of the node whose height has been adjusted earlier, and the balance factor of the parent node. So it basically up till the root, it keeps on comparing or computing the balance factor of all the ancestor nodes of the newly inserted node until we reach the root node, and it checks that if the balance is greater than 1, and which case is this, left or right or left or right left. So in case of left right case, for example, we check that if the balance is greater than 1, it means that insertion has been on the new node has been inserted on the left side of the node. But if the key is greater than the key of the left child of this node, it means that the key has been inserted on the right side of the child of this node. So it's a left right case. So in this case, what we do is first we update the left node by performing a left rotate, and then we update then we perform the right rotation. So we have discussed this in sessions that in case of left right insertion, we have to perform 2 rotations, first on the first a left rotation and then a right rotation, so it will balance the tree. In this way we balance all the cases, and then we there is a pre-order rotation, pre-order traversal for this tree. There are a few insertions in the tree, and then there is we call the pre-order method to see if the insertions had been validating the AVL property. So I assign you the implementation of this AVL tree and running this code and checking if it's uh, validating the AVL and BST properties both.